Hey guys, welcome to Scott's Garage, and today I'm gonna do something a little different. Making some dry sausage, dry pork sausage. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I make it. This is pork, of course, pork shoulder, and very small one. I just want to make a little bit, like 6-8 links maybe. What I'm gonna do is trim as much fat as I can. It's a pork shoulder. It's not the leanest meat. When you air dry something, you don't want too much fat because fat tends to go rancid. I'm gonna cut this into strips. I gotta put some salt all over it, and I gotta let it cure in the fridge for a few days. And the way I'm doing this old school, how they used to make it in the early 1900s when there wasn't no refrigerator. It was all done by hand. There's no grinding machines involved. It's all by hand. I didn't want to make too much. I'm the only one that eats this stuff, so. Okay, since I'm gonna cure this, what I need to do is take some kosher salt and give it a nice coating. To cure this, it's gonna go 3 days or so in the fridge. So I'm putting kosher salt and I'm going to turn it around and put some more here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put a healthy dose of pepper. I love pepper, so. Alright, over here I got some sodium nitrate. I want to put a little bit of it since it's going to be air dried and it's pork, okay, so you need to be careful. So I'm just going to put like a 1/4 teaspoon, maybe even a little more. And it's going to preserve it while it's drying and everything, so. Okay, that's pretty well mixed. Now I'm going to put this in a little baggie. We want to remove the air as much as possible. And this is the beginning of the curing process for my sausage. Now it's going to go in the fridge for, like I said, 3 days or something. It's in my man cave fridge over here. Every day I'm gonna flip it. We'll see what it looks like in about 3 days. I just took my pieces here out of the freezer, so they're kind of semi-frozen. It makes it a lot easier to cut. Okay, the casing I chose, I didn't get pig intestine this time. I'm gonna go with this artificial casing. It's made with rice paper. I want to try that. So it's definitely edible. And so now what we want to do is take our semi-frozen pieces here, and this has been marinating or curing in the fridge for 3 days. So it's ready to go. This is what we get here, and now I'm just gonna cut all this stuff into small pieces. It's going in the sausage casing just like that. There's no grinder involved. It's all done by hand. This is why we want the meat partly frozen. It just makes it a whole lot easier to cut. Once all the cutting is done, I get about 1.5 pounds here. I put in about a 1/2 teaspoon of fennel, about a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and just a tad of garlic powder. And now we're gonna stuff this into our casing. I just took a piece of PVC in my artificial casing here. It's rice paper. So we're just gonna open the casing here, put our PVC right inside like this, and with my little dowel I can just push down. That's how they used to do it in the old days. All done by hand. You cut by hand, you stuff by hand with a, well, they had a funnel. And as you can see, my sausage, I almost have a link here. It's really nice and tight. Here it is. Sausage done totally by hand with a little piece of PVC and a little dowel. You poke a couple little holes in there to let the air out, and we're all set. So I got one done. Okay, I'm gonna show you the process once again. I got about 4 inches of 3/4 PVC pipe and about 8 inches of casing. So I'm just shoving it up like this, and as I put the meat through the tube, I just slide the casing down as I go. And by the time I get to the end, I get enough for a link. So push it down like this. Okay, now my tube's pretty well empty, so now I'm just gonna slide up a little bit and keep going. There we go. Now I'm gonna just push again. See that? You see it in action? I slide my casing down a little bit when it gets tight, and I just see that. I just keep going. You see the casing fill up. I'm pretty much at the end here of my casing. I just take this out, twist it like this, put another piece of string, and I just do 1 knot. Don't need more than that. Now what I do is I just poke just a couple of holes to let the air out on both sides. There. That's the last one, and it's a little bit longer than the others because I didn't have enough for a second one. So I'm gonna use my my little box with the screen. It'll keep you know, the flies away and whatnot. So there we go. Just gonna put sausage links right. Now all I gotta do is close it up, seal it up, and put it in my office with a very small fan on it, just to have a little bit of circulation, and we're gonna have some dried sausage in about a month. I got the fan on there already. It's blowing very lightly. And these are just gonna stay there for about a month, and I'll have all that dry sausage in a month. That's pretty cool in my books, and I didn't have to buy any expensive equipment and whatnot. So to me, this is the way to do it if you're only going to do it a couple times a year, you know. So here we have it. I'll have an update on this in about a month, and in the meanwhile, well, this will be my video for the day. So we'll catch you guys on my next video.